I had a really good birthday here and a really great haul to accompany it, so stay tuned to find out what I got for my 29th birthday. Hey guys, it's Mandak coming at you with another haul video here. So welcome into haul video number 149, guys. One away from the big 150. Unfortunately, I couldn't time it off to where my birthday haul was exactly 150, but it is what it is. So, anyways, guys, thank you so much for tuning in here. I hope you guys are having a great day, great week, great month, great year, as I always say. So yeah, as I mentioned, this haul is being recorded actually on my birthday, which for anyone who's curious is October 22nd. So that is my birthday. I am the Fringe Libra sign there for anyone who's curious. But yeah, I will just, I guess, maybe take this intro time to talk about my birthday and kind of how it went. So it was really fun. On Saturday, October 21st, I hung out with my parents, who unfortunately were recovering from COVID. So we had to hang out on a porch and, obviously socially distance and everything. They were on the tail end of their recovery, so they weren't really dealing with a lot of bad symptoms. So I'm glad they're on the mend there with that. So yeah, my fiance and I went up there and hung out with them. I had to get my eyes checked too for my annual checkup. So everything's looking good there. Thank God. And let's see what else. Yeah, so just hung out there, and then later that night, my fiance and I went back to our apartment, and we had my sisters come over along with their boyfriends, and we just hung out and just chilled, play Settlers of Catan, watched TV. We watched the Phillies game, so the Phillies won Game 5 of the NLCS, so that was really fun to watch that. Yeah, so really fun. We got Chick-fil-A for dinner, which, as you guys may or may not know, that is one of my favorite places to go for food. So that was really fun there. Really enjoyed that. And yeah, and then the next day, my fiance and I woke up and went down to Newark, Delaware, which is where I just came back from. And naturally, we went there for food for lunch. We went to Jersey Mike's, which is again one of my favorite places to go. Definitely one of the best sandwich shops that is around here. So went there for lunch, and then got a free smoothie from Tropical Smoothie for my birthday, so that was cool. And then went over to the Christiana Mall. We went to Target for a couple things that we had to pick up, and then we went to the Lego store, where I did make a purchase of a big set that I'm really excited to show you guys what that is today. And let's see what else. After the Lego store, we went to Second and Charles over there. So Second and Charles was also having a really nice sale. It was 20% off an $80 purchase or 25% off a $100 purchase. So I ended up using one of those coupons today. So we'll show you what that is there. But yeah, overall it was a really fun birthday. I will show you guys the gifts I got in terms of comics and Lego, and there's some other stuff in here too that isn't from my birthday, that I'll explain as well. But I guess aside from the comics and the Lego, I did get some other gifts as well. I got a Jalen Hurts jersey, an NFL authentic jersey had that, and it was the Kelly Green version from my sisters and their boyfriends. They all pitched in and purchased that jersey, and yeah, it was a very expensive gift, and I'm just very grateful that they went out and got that for me. So thanks Katie, Tess, Brandon, and Chris for getting that for me. And then my parents got me a little thing that I'll show you here, along with an Eagles like quarter zip dry fit kind of looking outfit, which was really nice. I got 3 different Eagles like thick like winter socks, which are really nice. I'm always looking for winter socks because like we're getting into that season now where it's gonna get much colder here, so having those socks helps. And then the big gift I got from them that I just wasn't expecting was AirPods. I don't have them with me right now. They're on my nightstand. But yeah, I'm really excited. For the longest time, I just never felt the need to get them. And I set them up yesterday, and they're just so much better than having wired headphones. For anyone doesn't know, I do go on runs in the mornings. So I do like to listen to audiobooks and podcasts while I'm running, and I'm really looking forward to using that, you know, as well as when I'm traveling for work. Nice to just have AirPods to pop in. So yeah, really thoughtful gift for my parents, and just want to thank them as well for that. So and then my fiance also got me some gifts that I'll show here. So I'll show that in the video. But anyways, 5-minute intro aside, let's go ahead and get into these sections here, starting as always with the comics. All right, guys, thank you so much for tuning into this section here. So this is the comic book section. So I'll go into what I've bought here, but before I do that, I just want to talk about what I've been reading this week. So not really much since the last update. I think the last update I did talk about me reading Starman. So I think I'm officially over halfway through the first compendium. So I think I'm on like around like issue. Well, actually, I've just started reading the Shade miniseries. So that's, I don't know where that fits into like this compendium. I think it's like over halfway through. It's a very thick book. It's like 1,400 pages. So it is taking me a little bit of time to get through it. But my plan is to probably get this whole series read and finished by mid-November, probably is when I'm looking to get that done. So really enjoying reading that so far. Really good treat there. You know, it is a lot to I guess absorb. There's a lot of backstory that, you know, is explained. You know, obviously there's a lot of legacy stuff going on here with you know, Jack Knight and his father and his brother and everything. So I'm really enjoying that dynamic. That's very central to this whole issue. I guess recently, just to talk about what I've been reading in that book recently, I just read the last Starman issue. I think I read was the holiday, I guess, special book issue where Jack Knight helps this homeless man reclaim like this locket, and the homeless man is like Santa Claus, and he is like he's like a Vietnam veteran, and then, you know, Jack Knight ends up bringing him over to the O'Dares for dinner, you know, Christmas dinner. So I think that was a really, you know, heartfelt issue and very nice. So really cool to see that. But yeah, really enjoying that series so far. It definitely is living up to the hype. I'm just kind of waiting for it to reach that extra level for me where it's like, oh crap, this is really good. So I'm not sure when that point is, but yeah, we'll see. So yeah, I've been reading that, and then I also finished Homesick Pilots. So I finished reading that series, 3 trades. I think I talked about how I started it. Overall, not really that great. It kind of turns into like this weird Pacific Rim like story halfway through where we get like this haunted house robot facing against this other robot, and yeah, it just took a real weird turn for me. And I mean, the art was good. I mean, I won't complain. The coloring was really nice. So if you're into that stuff, I would say you're good. Kind of has more of like a spooky feel. So if you're into like spooky comics, like stuff like that, I would definitely recommend reading that. But I honestly think that's one of those books I'm probably just gonna end up selling all 3 volumes. I just don't see a reason to keep it in my collection. It's not like I'm ever gonna want to circle back and read that again at some point. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, that's that. And over the weekend, I did bring 1 book with me while we were doing some errands on Saturday. I did get a little bit of reading in on there, and that book is The Bridge by Peter Tomasi, and I can't remember what the artist is, but it's basically the story of the Brooklyn Bridge being built, and I think the family is the Roeblings. I think Roebling. I can't. I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce it or not. But basically, it's a story of them, and you know, the main character is obviously Washington Roebling. That's not obviously, but that's the name of the main character. He's the architect or the engineer that built the bridge, and it's kind of his story about how he designed the bridge and the struggles that came with designing it. So I'm over halfway through with that. I'm gonna hopefully try to finish that tonight before the Eagles game at 8:30. So there's that. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now. Just make my way through my collection. Ever more surely getting to that 50% mark read for my collection. So really, really good to get to that point as well. But yeah, we'll go ahead and get into this stuff here. So starting with the first book that I bought here, this is the thumbnail of this video, and that is the Wasp Small Worlds paperback. So bought this off of not Amazon, IST. So I did get the Ant-Man Anniversary book a while back. I got that on a sale. Ended up spending like $9 for this, which is a little expensive for what I paid here, but this collects Wasp numbers 1 through 4, and this is a very similar take on this. Like we have, you know, obviously you can see here different eras of Wasp's costume, and obviously subsequent different versions of Wasp here. So you have Nadia Van Dyne. Looks like it's going to be a pretty prominent role in this book, and looks like you're going to have Janet as well. I believe Al Ewing also did the Anniversary stuff, so he's back here for this as well. So it sounds like it'll be somewhat consistent or maybe tied together, who knows. But wanted to pick this up just because obviously I'm a big Ant-Man and Wasp fan, and just wanted to have this in my collection. So really cool to get that for a decent price there. All right, so some of these next books here I got were from Second & Charles. Again, I just got back from there, so I ended up finding $80 worth of stuff, and then with the coupon, I actually got it down to $64 exactly. So I went to, obviously, the one in Newark, Delaware, so no sales tax, and I didn't plan it. It actually worked out to be exactly $80 of stuff that I bought, which I think is hilarious. So again, got this all for $64 even. The first things I got here were volumes 3 and 4 of Archie. They did have volumes 5 and 6, but I just didn't really feel the need to grab that many at once. Again, I'm still kind of on the fence on how much of this I want or care to collect, but I think this collects, let's see what this might be like 16 through 20 maybe, or whatever. Let's see, I guess it's 13 through 18. Let's see here. It doesn't say. Yeah, I'm gonna assume that this is like issues 13 through 18. So got this for, you know, $6 maybe or something like that. So here's kind of what that looks like on the inside. So I know a basic backstory about like Archie and stuff like that. It's more like drama than anything, but and then here we have it looks like issues oh, actually I guess that last one is 13 through 17, so this is 18 through, I guess, 23 or something. So, yeah, this is volume 4. Nice art style, I'll say, at least. You know, Pete Woods is the artist on these, well, in this book, I guess he is, but, yeah, overall, I like the art, you know, nice, interesting color here. And again, this is definitely going to be a departure from a lot of other comics I've read. This is not like, you know, this is definitely not superhero comics, but interesting to read this nonetheless. You know, Mark Waid, I have a pretty good appreciation for Mark Waid stuff. There hasn't been much of his stuff that I've read that I haven't liked, so I'm hopeful that this continues with this. All right. Next book I got here was a gap filler that I needed for some Avengers material I've been collecting, and that is the Avengers Enter the Phoenix. This is part of the Jason Aaron run. This collects issues 39 through 45. So this does complete a gap I had of Avengers by Jason Aaron. So now I have the first 9 volumes of this. I think the last haul I did show that I got the 9th volume, which was the like Rise of Khonshu or something like that, or Return of Khonshu. But yeah, this is a book that I've been collecting or looking to collect here. So I'm down the trade paperback route here with Avengers for Jason Aaron, so might as well just continue that. I got this for a decent price, you know, $9.50 here on the tag, but 20% off of that, you know, worked out to what, like to $8, which, you know, it's a pretty good deal for a paperback here, you know, over half off. Cover price for these now is $20, which I think is a little expensive for a trade here. But yeah, went ahead and got this, so nice to see that. I think there's only, from what I can remember, my friend telling me on a previous video that he commented on, I think there's 11 volumes total of Jason Aaron's Avengers. So I think I only have 2 left. All right. Next book I got here, kind of something that I bought on a whim, because I mean, I did want to get this because I think this is some pretty good essential Marvel reading that I wanted to pick up. And that is the Avengers, the Children's Crusade. And I don't believe this is collected in anything else. I was having issues with connecting to my phone in the store. For some reason, I just don't have service in the store, so I couldn't really go back and verify if I have this in some other collected edition of a book. I don't think I do. So, you know, I'll just keep this as something. I could have swore I saw this at like stores before, and it was just like $20, and I'm like, I'm not paying $20 for this. This collects issues 1 through 9 of Avengers, the Children's Crusade, as well as Young Avengers #1, and material from Uncanny X-Men 526. So it sounds like this is like a story involving Scarlet Witch and her son Wiccan. You know, you got Hawkeye and stuff like that. Iron Lad. So, you know, a lot of the Young Avengers in here. Ooh, that's a pretty cool spread page there, or splash page. So looks really nice here. Let's see here. Jim Cheung is the artist, and I obviously noticed his stuff. I can't remember what he's illustrated, but his art is very familiar to me. I'm drawing a blank right now on what else I've read from him that I've seen his art from. So yeah, really nice little piece of Avengers material that I wanted to get here. I'll have to do some research to see kind of where this fits into the mythos here. I'm gonna assume this is like around like post Civil War, like I don't know, like maybe around House of M or something. Who knows? Probably off base there entirely, but anyways, we'll put it into the collection there. All right. Next book I got here again was another book that I wanted to get that is continuing a run for me, and I realized that I do have one trade that I'm missing. That's a gap between this book and the other stuff I've previously collected, and that is Wonder Woman Volume 7. This is James Robinson, so kind of a nice little dovetail there with what I'm currently reading here with Starman. But yeah, this collects issues 38 through 45, and it's funny here that they write here, fan favorite writer James Robinson, and then in parentheses Starman. So obviously there's the advertising there. But I think this is like, again, this is post Rebirth here, so like it still has like kind of like that Rebirth trade, but minus like the little black striping on the top. But yeah, this is some interesting stuff here. Some more modern Wonder Woman stuff that I've been reading, or that I want to read at some point, you know, the whole run. So and very, very pretty art here too. You know, it looks really nice and dynamic. You know, it looks like it's gonna be a nice read. And I don't believe I've read this stuff yet. I may have, I don't know. I did read some Wonder Woman material on the podcast that I had with Vince and Mike, Crackle Comics, but I'll have to go back and check to see if I've gotten to this point or if this is still before what I've read. I'm gonna venture to say it is, just for formality's sake, but that's whatever. Okay, next book I got here was kind of something I bought on a blind purchase. Wasn't really looking for it in particular, but saw a nice thick paperback for a decent price, so wanted to grab it, and that is Wonder Woman Book 1, The Last True Hero. So I didn't really do too much research on this. I believe this is the gap of stuff that I was looking to fill with the bridge between George Perez's stuff and John Byrne's Wonder Woman. This collects issues 63 through 64, as well as 66 through 76 of Wonder Woman, and as well as Wonder Woman Annual number 3 and Wonder Woman Special number 1. So I think this fills that gap. You can see here it's a very similar trade dress to the other volumes of Wonder Woman I've had, but I think this is that gap. I could be wrong. I might have just bought a book for no reason at all or whatever, but I mean, regardless, this looks pretty interesting to me. I mean, you know, it seems like it had pretty dynamic. Obviously, this is like the early 90s, I think. This is like 92, 93 or something like that. So I think this is going to be fun to read regardless. I'll enjoy it. Like I've always said, this is kind of my sweet spot for comics, is like the late 80s, early 90s. That's really like kind of one of my favorite eras of reading for comics. So there's that and that. So got this for a decent price, $18, and then, you know, with the 20% off, it came out to like what, like $4 off, so like 14 bucks for this. So can't really complain that much about that book. I'll have to see if they have another, if the second volume of that is out too, or if they just released one for now. Okay, this is the last book I bought from Second and Charles, and this one, again, kind of bought on a whim, but you know, I did recently read a more recent run of this character by Tom King, or I guess a collection of this by Tom King. So wanted to pick this up, and that is Mr. Miracle by Steve Englehart and Steve Gerber. And I believe this is the stuff that comes after, you know, yeah, so this is directly picking up after the Jack Kirby run of Mr. Miracle, which went until issue 18. This collects issues 19 through 25 of Mr. Miracle, as well as The Brave and the Bold, numbers 112, 128, and 138. So pages from that, I guess, so some material from that. But yeah, obviously, a lot of intrigue with Steve Englehart and Steve Gerber. I've read a ton of stuff by both creators over the years, specifically with Steve Englehart, you know, a lot of Avengers stuff I've read for him, so I'm excited to see how this goes. But yeah, I'm really excited to read this. I kind of, again, bought this on a blind purchase, but I think this is going to be pretty good. You know, both of these creators I have a lot of respect for, and I'm really excited to give this a read at some point. So really want to find that original Mr. Miracle by Jack Kirby. I think it's out of print, but if it ever comes back in print or whatever, I definitely want to get that, because that's just like another piece of Jack Kirby DC stuff that I want to read at some point. So yeah, we'll see. I mean, contrary to what a lot of people think, I actually do think like Jack Kirby's writing is pretty good in some cases. Like his Black Panther run, I actually like low-key enjoyed. And I know a lot of people say like that writing and that story was just really out there, and I think that's part of why I liked it. It's just because it was very different from like Don McGregor stuff and even everything after it. And it was kind of funny to see, like, you know, a Priest kind of recycle some of that stuff and use it in his run. So yeah, that's that there. But okay, next up here we have two Epic collections that I purchased that were both on sale. So one actually was on a discount sale, and the other one was on a new release discount. So I went ahead and bought both of these. First one here is Venom the Madness Epic Collection. And this collects a bunch of stuff. We have Iron Man number 302, Darkhawk 35 through 37, and then we have a bunch of miniseries here. We have the Venom the Madness numbers 1 through 3, Venom the Enemy Within numbers 1 through 3, Incredible Hulk versus Venom number 1, Venom the Mace numbers 1 through 3, Night Watch numbers 5 through 6, and Venom Knights of Vengeance numbers 1 through 4. So, you know, when Marvel first announced some of these Venom epics, I didn't pick up some of the early ones just because they were like recycled appearances of Venom from Spider-Man. So like I've already read all that stuff, so no need to pick those ones up. But I was kind of waiting for them to release more volumes of epics that collect kind of all those like 90s miniseries we saw, because like once Venom showed up, like they were just, as you can tell with this book, they went nuts with the like miniseries tie-in crossover, like not crossovers, but like just like all these miniseries. And that's essentially what this book is. It's just a bunch of Venom miniseries all collected into nice one thick book here. So you can see here, it looks like this is the Venom versus Incredible Hulk. I'm curious if like Peter David wrote this. Let me see here. Let's see. I'm sorry, I just want to see if this is what it is. I don't see any credits page on this. That's a little weird, right? Don't you think they would be a... Yep, written by Peter David. I called it. So yeah, that's pretty cool. But yeah, anyways, really fun to get this. This is the 4th volume of Venom Epic Collection, if you're curious what that is. So now this is the 2nd one I have. I think I have the... I can't remember what the other one is that I have. Carnage Unleashed, I think is the name of the other one, which again has very similar contents, like a bunch of little mini-series stuff. So really excited to read that. You know, when I'm hankering for some 90s action-packed, you know, Marvel comics, this is kind of this scratches that itch for me. So there's that. Next book I got here again was a book that I kind of flew under the radar with and totally forgot that it was even around and was coming out. And that is the Hawkeye Epic Collection, The Way of the Arrow. So again, very similar to Venom. The first Hawkeye Epic that came out was, again, a bunch of recycled appearances by him in like a bunch of different books like Avengers and Iron Man, stuff like that. And I obviously have all that collected across different collections, so didn't really see a need to get that one. But this one I did want to pick up because this collects just straight solo Avenger stuff, obviously featuring Hawkeye. And this, again, collects solo Avengers numbers 1 through 20. And then I believe it is renamed into Avengers Spotlight. And then that's where we get the number 21 numbering there for that. So you can see here on the back, we got Bobby Morse, Mockingbird, and Clint Barton Hawkeye. And yeah, just a bunch of late 80s Hawkeye stuff that I think is going to be really fun to read here. You can see here some of the artwork. A lot of good, creators on here: DeFalco, Ron Lim, Al Milgrom. So I think this is going to be a nice treat to read. Again, this is that sweet spot I like for Marvel Comics. Looks like, yeah, some nice, really nice art going on here too. So it should be a fun read here. It's really interesting, actually. Like earlier this year, I went to a Second and Charles that had, I think, the first 2 volumes of Avengers Spotlight, like the older trade paperbacks, or maybe it had only the first one. It was like up to like number 10 or something, and I was very tempted to get it. And then I was like, and then I remembered that this book was coming out, and I was like, you know what? Let me just wait and get this book, save some money in the process, and obviously not have to worry about hunting down that second volume, which I think is out of print. So yeah, really excited to get this. And this is actually the only Hawkeye book in my collection that I haven't read yet, so I'll have to get this a read at some point. Okay. And then the last books I got here were actually a Christmas gift from my friend Vince. Or not Christmas gift, birthday gift from my friend Vince, who I honestly I wasn't really expecting this, nor did I even ask for this. So just wanted to give him a shout out and thank him again for sending me this. This will be a fun kind of coffee table book to read. Obviously, I'm going to read it, but you can see here that is the complete Life and Times of Scrooge McDuck. So this is some nice, thick, oversized hardcovers here. We got 2 of them here. I took a look at these the other day when I opened them up for the first time, but yeah, some really fun art here going on. Again, nice thick paperback. Definitely going to be a nice treat to read these. You can see here some of the interiors. So yeah, again, just wanted to thank Vince for sending this to me. This is not something that I normally would go out and spend my own money on, but nonetheless, it was a very thoughtful gift. And he is a much more versed comic fan than I am. He's read a lot more, and yeah, his collection is way bigger than mine. Not like it's a competition or anything, but yeah, it's really fun to have friends who are just as much into this hobby as I am. So there's that. But yeah, anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed this comic section here 23 minutes later. But yeah, I'm gonna go put all these books away after I do my Lego haul, which is what we'll get into next here. So yeah. Alright guys, so welcome into the Lego section here for haul video number 149. So yeah, as I mentioned, I did get some stuff for my birthday in terms of Lego, and I did go to the Lego store a week before my birthday. My fiance and I went to King of Prussia for an afternoon, and I stopped by that Lego store there, which is definitely the best one I think around us. The one in Newark was nice, unfortunately, but it's just a very small storefront. But the good thing is no sales tax, so that's really good to see that. But yeah, I'll show where all these came from. I also did make a Walmart purchase here too. They had a couple sets that I was on the lookout for that went on sale, so I went ahead and grabbed those too. But we'll start off with this little tiny thing I got from my parents. So my parents and my sister went on a trip to Denver, Colorado recently, and while they were there, they went to the Arches National Park out there, I think in Utah, and they ended up picking up this little mini building set for me here, which is like a little arch. So really cool. I really appreciate that from my parents. It's not Lego, unfortunately, but it's still a really thoughtful gift, and my plan was to probably build this and bring it to my office and at work and display it. So that'll be really fun to have that on the display there. But yeah, really fun. That'll be a nice little build to keep on the collection there. I'll just put it behind there. So but yeah, we'll go ahead and get into the rest of this haul here. So starting off, picked up some Christmas sets as we're getting into that year here, the time of year here. Lego releases all their Christmas sets on October 1st. So definitely ahead of the curve there. But yeah, went ahead and picked up the gingerbread set ornaments. So every year Lego does come out with like ornaments for your tree. I can't remember what it was last year. I think it was like a penguin and a snowflake or something. And I apologize if you can hear wind behind me. Like the trees behind my apartment are making like a lot of noise. So sorry if you can hear that on camera. But yeah, went ahead and grabbed these. These are pretty nice. You know, you can customize them. You know, you build the basic structure of the gingerbread man, and then you can design them however which way you want. So I think it's like a little cute design, and would be fun to build these for the holiday season. So there's that. I think I'll put these back here. Okay. Next little Lego Christmas set I grabbed is the Nutcracker. So these both of these sets were $12.99, so not too expensive. But yeah, really fun here. You can build a Nutcracker. It looks like you can, you know, it actually has like a little mechanism in the back to actually lift up like the mouth. And I wouldn't suggest actually trying to crack nuts here with these, but nonetheless, really cute little build there, and should be fun to add to the collection there. All right, these next two sets I got here were from Walmart. Both of these were 20% off, so naturally jumped on them. Picked up another 501st Clone Troopers Battle Pack. So really fun to get this for $16. I think even some stores now are selling them for $15. I know the Snow Troopers Battle Pack that was released last year is on sale for $15 at most places, so definitely recommend getting that if you haven't so already. But yeah, really fun to get these for a discounted price. They just came out this year, so it's nice to see them already on a sale. Definitely want to stock up on those. Next one here I got was one that I was really excited to get when it was originally announced, but I did wait a little bit for it to go on sale, and I'm so glad I did because I saved $6 in the process. And that is the Ant-Man construction figure. And I want to say it does show Ant-Man Quantumania on here, but it looks more so like it's from the Endgame battle. I don't know. Maybe it is from the Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania. But regardless, I really love this, you know, for a couple reasons. Obviously, Ant-Man's one of my favorite characters, and I really want to display this up near my Ant-Man comics. So I'm really looking forward to doing that. But I do like the little extra detail they put in here of the Wasp, the Wasp little micro figure there, and you can actually attach it to like the arms, so that it looks like it's like floating next to Giant Man or Ant-Man. So I thought that was a really cute detail, and yeah, just really excited to build this. I think this definitely looks one of the better ones, just because I feel like Ant-Man's helmet really lends itself to that new face piece they've been using for all these construction figures. So I think at this point, I know in the last haul I did show that I got the Wolverine and the Batman constructible figure, which you can see above me there. But the only one I have left to get is the Captain America one, and I do plan to wait for that one to go on sale. I got these other two just because they were on a Target sale, so I ended up getting about 20% off of them when all was said and done. But yeah, really excited to get this one. This one was $30, so again, like I said before in my last video, I think it's a little funny how Lego prices these. Like, they release, you know, they released the Iron Man one that was for $40, and then they backtrack and do all the Spider-Man ones for like, you know, $30, and then they go $30 with this one to start the year, and then they release the other ones for $33. It's just really random pricing. Like, I don't know if I guess they thought this was too cheap or whatever, but I'm not complaining. I got a sale on it, so who cares? But there's that. Okay. So when I was at the Lego store, I also got some other sets here. So I did buy those 2 holiday sets at the Lego store, since that's really the only place you can get them right now. I got this set too, the Star Wars diorama for the Millennium Falcon. This is another kind of quote-unquote Christmas set, but really fun here. You do get Rey and Finn in those like Christmas Star Wars sweaters. You get a Chewbacca minifigure, a Porg, BB-8. Where this set originated from, I can't tell you. It's really random. I wonder if it's something where Lego, like, or Disney came to Lego and was like, we want to put a sequel set into this year's lineup. You know, where can we fit that into? And they came up with this, I guess. Like, I don't know. I think it's a little weird that we have a Millennium Falcon holiday diorama that doesn't include like Luke or Han or Leia. Why it includes the sequel characters who are just objectively not as popular as the original trilogy is beyond me. I think it's just a way for them to shoehorn these characters into this year, you know, since, you know, Lego is, as you can tell, not making many sequel sets. Like, they're not revisiting that well for anything. Ever since those movies came out, they've kind of just been out there. Like, they haven't remade any versions of those sets. It's just, maybe it's just a product of those movies. You know, they're just not really good movies. But yeah, I don't mind. This is a nice little build, and for $30, I think it was a decent price there. So there's that. I think that might be a Lego store exclusive too. I don't think that's gonna be sold at maybe it is. I haven't seen it yet. You know, I know it just came out, so there's that probably. But I will show the next set here. This is the last that I got at the Lego store last week, and that is the Tales of the Space Age set here. So this is some nice little vignette building here. This is a Lego Ideas set. This is Lego Ideas number 48, so we're 2 away from number 50, which I think we might already be at. I'm not sure. The insect set, I think, came out after this, and that was a Lego Ideas set too. But this is a nice fun build here. I do plan to display this. You know, this is a very small, like, this is a very small set to build here, so I might try to find like a case for this that I can probably put it in to make it look a little bit nicer. Maybe set it up somewhere in like our living room to show all the TBD on that. But yeah, I just really like the very like sleek design of this. You can see like different little images of space age stuff. So you have like Mars, it looks like, you know, like a ship going by, a ship blasting off. So I've seen a lot of like mocks online of people doing like Star Wars versions of this, which I think look really cool, and maybe something I'll look at in terms of pieces later down the line. But this is a really fun looking set, really nice, appealing looking set too that I'm looking forward to building and displaying somewhere. So yeah, really fun to grab that. I got all this stuff because they had double VIP points that this past week or so at the Lego store. So I ended up getting like pretty much like $10 like in store credit for this purchase. And then I also got a free gift with purchase for this set, which again, I wasn't really looking to do, but went ahead and did it anyway. And that is the Lego Creator 40597 Scary Pirate Island. So you can see here that one. Yeah, this one I'm definitely going to keep sealed. I don't really see a need to build this and display it. I'm just, you know, it's actually funny. I have been spending a lot of time sorting out pieces of like a lot of Lego sets that I've just broken down into parts and just looking to part out into my collection. So you know, a lot of those sets were Creator 3-in-1s, Lego City sets that I just didn't want to keep anymore. Like just so many vehicles, and I'm like, why am I keeping this built? Like, why not just break them down to parts? And if I want to rebuild them into a city someday, maybe I will, maybe I won't. I'm just not, you know, just trying to save space, right? So obviously pieces broken down to their constituent parts saves a lot more on space than keeping the sets built, obviously. So this one I just am going to keep sealed, and, you know, it's a gift with purchase, so it's going to have a limited manufacturing run on this. So definitely something to keep in the back of my pocket to sell probably later down the line for a pretty good buck. Maybe we'll see someday. So, you know, nice to get that for free. All right. So the two birthday sets that I got for my birthday. I don't know why I said that, but yeah, the first one here was from my fiance, and you know, I really do appreciate her, you know, supporting my hobbies and getting me this set. You know, it's, you know, she always asks me before my birthday, like, to send her a list of potential sets that I would be interested in getting for my birthday. By no means do I force her to get me Lego for my birthday. You know, it's something that she likes to do because she knows that I'm really adamant about the hobby. And, you know, for me, you know, I guess just more as an aside, like, building Lego for me is very relaxing. It's a very stress relieving activity for me. Even sorting pieces like I do sometimes during the day or the night is also a very, you know, satisfying thing for me, and just, again, gives my mind some peace of mind. So, you know, it's a very, you know, similar to comics, it's a very nice hobby that I have that helps relieve some stress there. So, but yeah, the set she bought me was one that I wasn't expecting to get, you know, and obviously I think a lot of it was fueled off of just our mutual like loving of this brand and this theme, and that is the Lego Expecto Patronum buildable characters here. So this set is awesome. As soon as I saw it was announced and released, I was very adamant about getting it. Just at the $70 price point, I was kind of waiting for a sale for it, and I'm really glad that I got it for my birthday. You know, it's interesting though, with this set, you can actually build either Harry's Patronus, which is the stag, or Lupin's Patronus, which is obviously a werewolf. So my plan is to probably wait for this set to eventually go on sale for like $56, maybe like 20% off. And I will purchase another one of these so that I can build Lupin's Patronus, since it does give you that option to do both of them. But yeah, just a beautiful set here. You know, most of it is that baby blue, sand blue color with some of those translucent, clear, bluish clear pieces worked in. But even the bottom is very nicely detailed. You have the Expecto Patronum label here, and then you have like the lake where the Patronus charm was used in Prisoner of Azkaban, with some flowers and other details. So just a really nice looking set here. I mean, this was kind of that buildable character version of stuff we got here. So really nice to see Lego kind of departing the traditional look of, like, because, you know, the last couple of years we've gotten Hedwig, we've gotten Fawkes, we got the Hungarian Horntail last year, so this was kind of that buildable character for this year. And I'm glad that it's something different. I think a lot of people were expecting, Buckbeak to be like the next buildable character, and he very well might be. But this is a very nice departure. I think this is really cool to, get this as well. So, yeah, again, just want to thank my fiance Monica for getting this. It's a very thoughtful gift, and like I said, I wasn't expecting to get this, and I'm really happy I did. So thank you again, Monica, for this really great birthday gift. She was amazing this whole weekend, just helping me with. She set up the entire party. She gave me this day to kind of go down and go to the Lego store and go shopping for comics. Just things that I like to do, and it means so much more to be doing it with her. She's so supportive of everything that I like, and it's just nice to share those moments with her. So yeah. All right, so the last that I got here was one that I bought with some money that I had from gift cards, as well as some rewards money I had on my account. And I first want to preface this by thanking Monica's sister and brother-in-law, Adam and Alicia. A little bit ago, back in September, we went up to New York to babysit their children, and they were fortunate, or they were generous enough to actually send me a $150 Lego store gift card. So really, really fortunate. They didn't have to do that. We were just there to help support them, and but I just really wanted to thank them for that, because I would never have bought this set without that money. So really wanted to thank them for that. I also had $35 or $36 of points on my Lego Insiders account now, which fun fact before I show this, apparently Lego, you can use the rewards points up to like $1 increments. So I know in the past you had to wait until you collected like $5 increments of like points to redeem them, but now like you can just scan your card. They'll go into your account on their register. They'll look up how many points you have, and they can just deduct it right from there, which is so much better than having to go into the Lego app, or not even the Lego app, the Lego website, redeem the code, have them send you the code, and then show them the code for them to type it into the computer. It just was like, it's so much more streamlined now. So yeah, but like total with everything that I had, with the gift card that I got from Adam and Alicia and the points, I got essentially $186 off of this set. So I only ended up paying $64 for the set when it was all said and done, which again might sound like a lot to some people, but with this set being a MSRP of $250, that's just an insane deal. It's almost 80% off. I think I did my math right there. Yeah, so almost 80% off. But again, yeah, I'll just shut up and show you what it is, and that is the Sanctum Sanctorum, kind of Master Builder series, or UCS, whatever you want to call it. So I was really on the fence with this. This was released last year, so obviously I'm kind of cashing in on this a little bit later into the party here. But I did have the 2018 Sanctum Sanctorum, and I know I might have talked about on this channel that I just was never interested in getting this one because I had the older one. But I was looking at that the other day, and the play scale one from the Infinity War stuff that I bought is definitely way smaller in comparison to this. I mean, this thing is a beast. Not to mention the color scheme is definitely more accurate to what you see in the movies. And this is just a much more significant build. Like this is, again, like modular building style. And after getting the Daily Bugle last year for my birthday, I figured it was fitting that I would go out and get this one. And it's funny, when I was actually purchasing this, my fiance told me that she was actually very close to getting me this one for my birthday last year. So, really, really fun that I was able to get this. And again, this wouldn't have been possible without Adam and Alicia's help. So I really want to thank them. I had to text them a picture of this and thank them. But yeah, this was just a great build. I'm really looking forward to building this and displaying this next to the Daily Bugle I have up here. I will have to look at reevaluating my space excuse me, shifting some stuff around possibly, but yeah, really fun to get this. And again, just want to thank everyone who's helped contribute towards getting this. So you can see here the back, just a lot of features here, a lot of fun stuff that I'm looking forward to building. And this is just going to be such a treat to construct. So yeah, really fun to get this. At the time of this recording, I know that the Avengers Tower got leaked. That said is $550, rumored to release on November 1st. Yeah, definitely won't be getting that anytime soon. I just don't have that much money nor the space to display a $550 Avengers Tower. So I'm hoping maybe it'll get some discount. Maybe it'll go down to 400 or something, and maybe I'll pull the trigger on it at that point. But I'm waiting for a sale. I'm definitely not going to purchase it day one. I just don't have the money or the space, like I said. So there's that. But yeah, that is my Lego haul. But one of the biggest ones I've had yet so far this year, I feel like. So that's that. And 20 minutes later, there's that. So yeah, that is the Lego section. So let's go ahead and get into the outro for this video. All right, guys. So again, thank you so much for watching this. So a lot of stuff here, you know, but a lot of things that I was looking forward to collecting. And yeah, just overall, just had a really good birthday, you know, not just because of the stuff I received as gifts, but just being with my friends and family. Well, yeah, unfortunately, I wasn't able to be with a lot of my friends because they're all over the place, but, you know, I guess geographically, but just being able to spend time with my family, I don't take that for granted anymore. I mean, not like I ever did, I guess, really, but just with the year that I've had, you know, it's definitely given me a different look on life. You know, without going into a lot of details, you know, I did mention I had surgery for something that is all fine now. You know, it's nothing to be concerned about now anymore. But yeah, just a lot has happened this year. A lot of good. Certainly with, you know, Monica and I getting engaged and planning our wedding. And a lot of, you know, testing times, you know, for us, you know, obviously with the surgery that I had and everything. But you know, birthdays are always a time for reflection, and I think I'm very fortunate to be where I'm at in my life, you know, just having my friends and family support me, and, you know, just enjoying life, you know, just doing what I love to do every day, and can't ask for much more than that. So obviously having these hobbies, you know, helps me in that enjoyment of my life as well. So there's that. I wouldn't say it's solely based on my happiness, but it certainly is a big part of it. So there's that. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. Definitely let me know what you think about the haul in the comments section below. If you would consider please liking, commenting, and subscribing, it helps grow the channel. And if you're ever curious about going back and looking at previous videos, I have 148 of these in a playlist on my channel that you can certainly go back and check. So I would recommend doing that. You won't be disappointed. So until next time, guys, I will see you on the flip side. Peace.